big deal at all. Okay, I'm here with my friend Carla, and we are going to talk a little about Spain. So go ahead and tell me a little about yourself.
My name is Carla. I've lived in Spain my whole life, but I went to the United States for a year. My sophomore year in high school in Columbine, in Denver, Colorado. And then now I'm studying law and business administration.
Wow.
And this year I've been studying in Paris also. And my parents are from Spain, and that's about it.
That's incredible. So you were in the United States for a total of a year?
A year.
A year. That's incredible.
My sophomore year.
So you went while you were in high school. That was pretty brave.
Yeah.
That was.
My mom made me go.
Did she?
I didn't want to. For sure.
How would that be so hard? So do you think that by learning English in the United States it's going to help you get a job?
For sure. Here in Spain and the globalization and everything, you have to know English. If you want to get a good job, nowadays you have to know English over here. That's why my mom made me go to the United States, so did my siblings and everything. So yeah, it's really, really important here.
Do your parents know English?
Yes, they know. My dad, my stepdad, has lived in England his whole life. His family is English, and in my house we speak in English pretty much all the time.
Wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. What do you think about politics, the state of politics in Spain right now? Like between the right and the left, because I hear both sides, but I never hear middle ground. Does it exist?
I don't think it's in Spain. We have, like, since you're born and you start to hear and make an idea about what you believe in or whatever, you just either go to the right or either go to the left. There's nobody. Well, there's a new party that has created like 2 years ago. They say it's just the middle, but in my opinion, it doesn't exist. You have just either right or left, nothing in the middle.
Wow. Do you think the economical crisis will hurt our next generation, like your children? Or do you think it will even out by the time you and I have children?
I hope it's gonna be even, such as when my parents studied. Like now is a really harsh situation for us, and now the people that are studying and everything's very, very hard. Like I have friends that have already finished their studies and they don't even have a job. They're lawyers and they're working in a store and wherever. But I hope my children will this all be over by then. By the time they're grown up and everything.
Have a lot of your friends moved away from Spain to find jobs?
For sure. Like pretty much all of them, they have studied. They have gone to different countries in Europe and just pretty much to learn a different language. But all my friends want to come back to Spain because when you're Spanish, I think there's no country where you live better than in Spain, even though the situation now. But I have quite a lot of friends that are working in Europe.
Wow.
If you know the language, if you know French or English, it's pretty easy to go out and work. I have a lot of friends.
That's incredible. I know a lot of immigrants came to Spain during the economical rise. Do you see that a lot of them are leaving now, or are they suffering through the crisis and creating more poverty?
I think they have suffered a lot and they're still suffering, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them moved out because now there's no job. Like I have, here in Spain it's very typical to have a woman clean your house. And a lot of them that my mom's know is to hire them where are just leaving because there's no money here. Nobody can afford now to have a woman clean their house, so they're just leaving. And some of them that came in the when the crisis was not on, were here to work in the construction, and now nobody's constructing, so they have to just leave because here in Spain it's very expensive to leave. So if they don't have a job, they'll get kicked out of their house and they have to leave.
Do you think there are more homeless people now?
For sure. There are a lot of homeless people. Like the government has, and the banks have, well, not the government, the banks have taken away so many houses here in Spain. A lot of them are just second houses that we have. Here in Spain, a lot of people have a second house at the beach or the countryside or wherever. But I have a friend, a really, really close friend, that their parents got kicked out of their jobs. Now they're 50 or 55. They cannot find a job now. When there's teenagers, or not teenagers, but graduate people that are working for a lot less money than they are, so they got kicked out of their house. The bank took their house, and now they're renting a flat, a very small flat, because they have to live here.
So a lot more people are renting rather than buying right now.
For sure. Like now, the people didn't. Well, the rich people can afford to buy a house, but even though it has decreased the price, they cannot buy it now. So a lot of people are renting, a lot of them, because the banks won't give you money either to buy it. So that's all the crisis about. Like the banks have given out a lot of money to everybody, and now nobody. Like even in Spain, if I don't know if it's the same in the United States, but if every Spaniard wanted to take out the money of the bank, there wouldn't be
there wouldn't be money available.
Like for all of them.
That's incredible. So there will definitely be some result of this crisis that like your children will have to maybe deal with, but hopefully it will level out by the time.
I hope so.
Sure.
Because I know that I think economic are just circles, you know. One time is good, another one is bad, and it has to go away. Like, but we have to work a lot, because as Spanish people, we don't like to work hard or whatever, just like do the least, how do you say it, the least
amount of work?
Yeah, the least amount of work, and then just go away and don't work at home or whatever. So I think we have to take into consideration to work hard. And the people that actually work hard and have studied and know different languages, they'll have a job now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We have to be prepared. That's why I went to the United States. That's why I went to Paris to live, because I know it's pretty important to experience and to learn all the languages, all the cultures, and in order to get a job and be around people that are going to be different to me.
Right. So globalization is actually a big deal right now, because when Spain's economical situation was better, you could survive in Spain, and you could go to your beach house, and you could have your house in Madrid and your house in your small town. But now, when it's necessary to leave Spain or to have business deals that are outside of Spain, then other languages are necessary. Cultural knowledge is necessary, not just culture from Spain.
Like I have a lot of my parents' friends, and even my parents, they have, well, not my parents, my dad had, they bought a lot of houses and then just sell it. And I have a lot of my parents' friends who are working now in Panama, where we're just doing the same thing they did here, but they can't do it now. They can't build houses here because they're not going to be sold.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, now they have to go to Panama and to other countries in Europe, and you have to know English too in order to get a job and to be able to negotiate. And
that's incredible. Well, your information has been spectacular. Thank you so much for your interview.
See you.